It's so good. Yeah, it's so
If I
good.
keep looking like I'm looking at you on that.
Yeah,
I know.
So we got the camera.
The excitement is amazing. Feelings.
Just trying to check why my camera isn't working.
America. So
got YouTube. That's the wrong camera though. That's not the camera that we want. Bear with me, everybody. How do I change this? Let's turn you off and try again. Bear with me, I'm just on the wrong camera. This one's a really ugly view, you see.
Up the nose.
Yeah, straight up the nose. Does that help? Have we changed? No. We may just have to use the laptop instead if that one's ignoring us. Can everyone see us?
So if we're going to be using this one, how are we going to get the image on the screen?
I can screen share.
But do you have to be there and do it, or can you do it?
No, I can just toggle it once it's on. Are we live? Can everyone? Let me check on my record. This is the confusing thing about YouTube. Yes, we can see us. Yes, amazing. Hi. Just a bit of a lag on YouTube.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, thank
Hello.
you. We had a few camera technical issues, so
No, we didn't. You
we
did. Guys,
leave you to it next time.
did we have a problem? Did we have a problem?
Let's just take that out. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. This is our first time in a long time on YouTube Live, so please bear with me. Normally I'm home, I'm very in control of everything. So today I'm in Chester and I'm on my laptop. So bear with me. Hopefully you can hear us all okay and see us all. I'm going to just test screen sharing. Just let me know if you can see that too. Helps if you open the images, Rebecca. And bear with me 1 second. There we go. So hopefully you can see that image now. Then I can click through and go back there. Yes. So yes, you can see the screen sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, amazing. Let's get started. Only took 2 minutes of complications. It's not so bad. That's good for us.
Pretty good. Can I just say, you are amazing on technology. So when you did that so quickly, I mean, it's so fast how you do it, you know, that problem solving. I mean, I can do it, but it would take me forever and I'd go into panic mode and I'm on a second glass of wine by attempting to do it. It's so impressive. It really is. I'm glad you do that and I have to do all the drawing and teaching.
Yeah, you do the easy.
I do the easy bit. It's what you've just done there. Yeah.
So everyone, today we're in Cheshire on one of our retreats. We're on day 2. So we have a group of students with us who have travelled from all over the world. We've got Canadians, Americans, Australians, Europeans, Brits, everywhere. We haven't got any from the Arctic.
Not yet.
No polar bears, no penguins. Maybe next year.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. I've never taught a polar bear before.
What do you think a polar bear's favourite colour is?
White. 100%. 100%.
Amazing. So we've got 5 gorgeous students who have volunteered with us to talk to you. We're going to go through them. Please be nice. I'll be checking in the comments. I'm sure you all will be. And I've bribed them all with alcohol, so they're nicely lubricated to join in.
I'll just have to prove this, just so you know, all right? And that was a full bottle of wine before you got hold of it.
So today, there's no sketching involved on your part. Just sit back and watch and get some insights into what we've been doing on our first 2 days in Cheshire. It's been great fun so far. We've had no rain, gorgeous food, lots of lovely locations. Yeah, gorgeous group of students. So I'll hand over to Ian and then I'll prep and we can join us with students.
Thank you, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So we're doing what's called the Cheshire Villages workshop. And as Rebecca said, we're on day 2. We've done 2 locations already. We've done Burton, which is this gorgeous, cute little village well, it was only meant to be about 15 minutes away. But we've got this bus driver called Paul, who I think is getting paid by the mileage because he took us all the way around the world before we eventually got there. And then on the way back, he did a detour into Manchester to do a big shot. And it took forever to come back. So Burton Village was meant to be 20 minutes away, but it felt like it was about an hour away. And then today we went to Great Budworth, and that was gorgeous. So we've done two workshops out of 5. We've got 3 more to go. And what's going to happen? We've got 5 students, and we're going to invite them all up one by one, and you're going to see them and hear from them and see some of their work as well. And we're just going to have a very general conversation about what they've enjoyed so far, what their learning experiences have been like. And it just gives you an insight into what goes on from the student's perspective. So the first person up is my dear friend, Claudia. So do you want to come and join us, Claudia?
Yes, I will.
So, hi, Claudia.
Hello.
We need to
Hi,
do this-
everyone.
We need to do this for you. We need to shake hands. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. So, Claudia, to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from the west coast of Canada. I live on Vancouver Island in Victoria. So I've traveled a long way to get here. I have been retired now for 11 months.
Right.
And so I'm just really enjoying this life of retirement.
Yeah.
I've been doing, when people say, how long have you been doing this when they see what you're doing? I think back and I think, well, I've been drawing since I was a kid, really.
Yeah.
But I would say about 10 years ago or so, I started actually taking some workshops and then ultimately stumbled on urban sketching with Ian. And just have really enjoyed the challenges and the workshops. Have been really good.
That's so nice.
It's a bit about me.
This is not your first workshop with me,
No,
is it? So what was
no.
the first one that you did?
I went to Seville last November, and it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I'd been previously, I won't mention any names, but to another in-person workshop, and it was horrendous.
I know you can. I was just going to say, no, you can, and then you mentioned that, so perhaps not.
Yeah, but But what I wanted to say about this experience is that you're so well taken care of, and Ian is just, he breaks everything down in a way that's really manageable, and you might feel like it when you see the pictures that he's, of the photos of what you're going to do, it's a bit freaky, but breaks it down and makes it so that you can create amazing work.
Oh, that's so lovely. And don't forget about music as well. That's so important,
yes.
is it? The singing, the music, and all that.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever attended a workshop where the instructor played guitar and sang.
Tried to sing. So you just touched upon something then, Claudia, which I think is really interesting, because you talked about the subject. And the subjects, they're not easy subjects, are they?
No.
So how do you feel when you're sometimes confronted, whether it was last year or this year, when you're confronted with these scenes, how do you initially feel when you see them?
Well, when I initially see them, I think, oh my God, that looks so beautiful. And then Ian starts doing his pen layout and starts doing this, and he's so fast. And I just look at that and I think, oh my God, I can't do that. But you're so good at breaking it down into small steps that are completely manageable. And you're there every step of the way, looking over our shoulder. And you can always tell when he has some constructive feedback, because he says, can I show you something? Oh, and do you mind if you get out of your chair so I can sit down?
That's the worst one, isn't it? When I need to sit down in your place, then there's a problem. There's something that needs to happen.
It's serious, but at the same time, you're there to help us. A couple pencil lines or pen lines, and you've shown us something that's makes our results so much better.
So tell us about your experience. I mean, you've been to the UK before, have you? You've been to England before?
I've been to London.
You've been to London, like a lot of people have been to London.
Yeah.
You've never been to this part, have you? So tell us about the villages. How have you found them so far?
I come from a part of the world that looks nothing like this in so many ways. And everywhere you look, you see things that maybe you've seen it on TV or in a movie or whatever. And it's just, you just look at it and you just feel like there's so much history and such beauty. And of course, we're looking at architecture, and the architecture is amazing. But I love that we're not here to draw palaces or something.
Yeah.
We're
yeah,
here to really be immersed in what is in
Yeah.
this area.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's been just
I
beautiful and
suppose
incredible.
what you're talking about there is the scale of everything. They're all kind of like human scale, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not castles or palaces or anything like that. Everything's quite small
Mhm.
by comparison, you know, and quite cute and quaint.
Right.
And have you kind of enjoyed that because you fit on the page
It's-
really well, don't they?
Ian makes them fit on the page.
Even if they shouldn't fit on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, this barn's too long.
Well, that's a great segue into looking at your first sketch.
Just,
Becca's just putting the bottle of wine down. She's going to move on.
just making sure that we're well lubricated.
So you're kind to us.
Oh my goodness. So this was yesterday's sketch.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And that what just remind us what was the name of the village? Can you remember?
No. Burton.
Thank
Burton.
you, dear.
Yes,
This
thank
was
you, Vera.
Burton Village.
Burton
Okay, it took
Village.
about 2 hours to get there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it felt like
And
it.
2 hours to get back.
This is fantastic. I mean, you must be so proud.
I am, but and you know, you look at it and you think, as an artist, we look at it and think, oh, I did that wrong and I could do that better. But then when you kind of give it a moment and you
Yeah.
step back and you look at it, and you think,
Yeah.
damn, I did that.
It's so interesting that you say that because we are very critical, aren't we?
Yeah,
You know, we're
we are.
learning and we're sometimes out of our
Mhm.
comfort zone, and all we do is see the mistakes. And as you say, sometimes you take a step back and you look at the composition, the tonal value. What strikes me looking at it now is the way it's balanced on the page, which is a big part of what we did at the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the scaling of it and everything.
Yeah. And I think that's where your process of doing the pen layout is so helpful, because just by doing that, you can sort of see, okay, this is what we're going to do with this scene in front of us. That's too big for the page.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to fit it on.
So what would you say would have been the hardest parts of this particular sketch? Which stage would you say was perhaps the most challenging?
Probably the moment I sat down.
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt like that. Yeah,
Just
definitely.
it's picking up my pencil. Pencil. He wants us to use pens,
I'm
but
just gonna ignore the fact that you said
pencil. With my rubber.
I don't know why you're laughing. Yeah.
You just need to, you just do the first line and then the second line.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody in YouTube land now, what was the first line? They'd be really interested to know. What was our first line? Was it?
For me, the light, the lamp,
The lamp.
just to position it, and then what fits behind that, and how do we put
and
it
then
in?
things got scaled off from
Yeah.
that as well.
Big shapes, start with big shapes. Don't worry about the little bits. Don't worry about windows and window panes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us then, Claudia, one big thing you feel you've learned from doing this particular, I know you've done workshops with them before, one big takeaway from doing this, what would it be?
I think it's just the process itself is a huge confidence builder. Having done the workshop in Spain last November too, it means that I am not so scared to get out there and just do it. And you know, I've sort of looked for people that I can do this with, and I bring these tools and tips and everything that you've taught us into what I'm doing in other times. And so I think it's a huge confidence builder.
Good. Because that's what we're trying to do, aren't we? We're not teaching style. We're just teaching process and deeper understanding of how you put pictures together.
Exactly. Composition, perspective, how to put the color in, what works, what doesn't work, complementary colors. And then the tone to give depth and penwork for detail.
That's so good. So good. Do we have another picture of Claudia's?
We've got everyone's two. And
amazing. And then a pre-sketch as well. So we're going to look at today's, aren't we? Great. Well, this is a pre-sketch, right? Well, let's stay on this one. So tell us a little bit about your pre-sketch, how that worked.
Well, it's funny because on the chat on Facebook, people have said, is a pre-sketch worth it? Should I do it? I don't have time. But, you know, I think this probably took me 20 minutes and I didn't worry about detail. I just went, okay, these shapes need to go on there. Big shapes first, lines overlapping, doesn't matter. And then just some shading, and it went really quickly. But this really helped me when we got to the site, Burton. and sat down and went, okay, I know that this can fit into a page and I know what the basic shapes are. And it just really gave me confidence
Oh, that's
on the
so
day.
good. And I know everyone looking at this picture, I mean, first of all, it's a fabulous little pre-sketch, but I know they're going to be really interested in what's that in the top right-hand
Oh.
corner.
Well, I tell you, if you do your pre-sketch, you get a sticker.
You get a sticker. Not just any sticker, every
No.
sticker is different.
And you get to pick your
You
own
get to
sticker.
choose your own one. So you've got one with shades on, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fantastic. Do we have another image we could just
We
click
do, yeah.
onto now? So this is today's, isn't it?
Today.
So this is fresh. I think the paint's probably still wet
Yeah,
on
I
this
think
one.
so. Yeah.
And just remind us, where was this? Great Bud Work.
What he said.
Great Bud Work. This is Great Bud Work. I shouldn't be putting you on the spot. It's been a long, long, hard day. Now, this is a bit more complicated, isn't it?
It is
Mhm.
very.
Yeah.
And the pre-sketch again really helped to
Yeah.
understand, because these three buildings all have different angles, different perspectives. There's dormers and they're all over the place. But it just it was just so helpful. We got there. Ian broke it down. He said, basically it's thirds.
Mhm.
Okay, I can deal with thirds.
Yeah.
We can make this happen.
Yeah.
So it's a little wonky here and there.
Yeah. The
Whatever.
coloring's stronger in this though. The coloring looks more confident
Yeah.
in this one. And the way in which you've kind of put it in different areas throughout the building, because it is more complex, as you say, it's got three main elements to it, but each one you've colored them almost separately, but then you've grabbed the space down at the bottom. And that's really cool how you've done that.
And I still
Beautiful.
think that the watercolor stage is really challenging.
Mhm.
And when you look at what you've done with watercolor, it's you go, oh,
Mm.
oh boy. But
Yeah.
but the subsequent steps just bring it all together.
Yeah, that's great. It's lovely. And do we have the pre-sketch for this one? With a sticker. You've got a thing about shades, haven't you, with your stickers? I've noticed that. There's definitely a theme going on here. Sunglasses on your stickers. Yeah.
I just want to be incognito.
Incognito. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this probably took me 15 minutes because I was tired after a long day and just went, you know what? I'm going to do this because I know that the shapes and where they position, how they're positioned and the perspective will help me on
And
this
it
day.
really helped. I mean, you look at the camber lines on the road as well, the perspective on that. I mean, we did that with a lot more precision, didn't we? But hopefully it helped you to understand how that space was captured on the floor. That's great. Look, thank you so much. That
You're
was
welcome.
great seeing your work as well. It's so good. It's
Yeah,
just
it's fun to
lovely.
see it on the screen.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what sticker I'll get tomorrow.
I would. Before you get a sticker, you know what you've got to do. You've got to do homework.
I know.
Yeah.
He makes us do homework.
Thank you. Thank you. That was lovely. That was great. So next up we have Karen.
You take your one.
Do we need to take it? I'll stop sharing that so she can just see Karen on the screen. Okay. Come and sit down. Hi, hello. Hi. So everyone, this is Karen. All right. So Karen, tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm super excited to be here. That's number one.
Yeah.
I also teach on YouTube and teach online. So I am super delighted this week to dedicate this to just drawing for me, which is something I don't get to do very often.
Tell everyone where you've just come from. You've just been, where have you just been before you came
Oh, in
here?
Scotland.
You're in Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, which is gorgeous. And I'm obsessed with drawing castles.
Yeah.
But now I'm excited to draw some smaller, beautiful structures that I have never seen before.
Yeah. So Karen does lots and lots of teaching herself,
Yes.
which you were telling me about yesterday, which is great. And I've checked out your Instagram account.
Awesome.
Some amazing work.
And I'm on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were telling me that, you touched upon it then, that it's interesting because you're so used to teaching yourself.
Yes.
It's nice just to be on the receiving end and just to sit back and relax and embrace a different process, a different way of working.
It's a completely different process. You're so loose and fast, and it's so different. And I think it's so important.
Yeah.
Especially as teachers to like take
Try
a seat
different
and we'll also be a student. There's so much to learn. Like I haven't even touched, and I teach like everything from tone paper to markers to acrylics to watercolors and caustic, but like I still don't know a million things. So it's like I feel like it's important for everybody to take time to like go out
Good.
and learn some
That's
new
great.
things.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
totally,
And it's hard sometimes finding the time,
it's
isn't it?
super
You know,
hard.
life just takes over, and when you're busy, and
Yes.
when you know, have responsibilities,
Yeah.
and you have a schedule, it's really hard to take a back seat and just think, right, I need to do something to help
Yes.
and to develop me.
It's super hard.
Yeah,
Yes. As
yeah.
moms and grandmas.
So obviously you do your own workshops.
Mhm.
Yeah. Have you done any other people's workshops previously?
The last time I did a live workshop was in 2017
Right.
in Scotland, which has actually got me started. And then
And
I
that's what
immediately,
got you interested
and then
in
I was like,
Scotland.
I need to do that immediately right now. And
Yeah.
I was so annoying
Mhm.
talking about it. My husband was like, if you're so obsessed,
Yeah.
make it so that you have to go there and do it
Yeah.
every year. And so that's what I did. But I keep coming back to
Mm.
Scotland. But this is my first visit to England. I've been
Right.
to London,
Yeah.
but to try my hand at
Yeah.
in England. And even just a 4-hour train journey, it's like a whole
So
nother
different.
world. It's so crazy,
And we
actually.
talk differently as well, don't we?
Yes.
Got totally
Yes.
different accents.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well, count yourself lucky we're not actually in Liverpool itself. Because if we're in Liverpool, you would not be able to understand a word that people were saying. They talk really quickly with really, really strong accents as well. So this is your first time to Cheshire.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
tell us about your experience of the villages before we move on to the artwork. What's it been like visiting these places?
These villages are literally like being in Disney World. It does
Right.
not even feel real
Without
to
the
me.
rides.
It's crazy. Yeah, without the rides. But always good pubs and amazing churches and gorgeous
Yeah.
cemeteries. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they're literally out of a fairy tale
Yeah, they
to
are,
me.
aren't they?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything
Yeah.
like it. I mean, you don't even know what the architecture is called. And
No, yeah, yeah. It was all on the spot.
my
She
mind
said-
is blown. What is this? I don't know.
Yeah, we're looking at Barn End, the old thatched cottage, and you said, what type of architecture is this? And we said, I don't know, it's just old. It's just old architecture.
Just
We don't know what it
everywhere.
is. Yeah. What was it? Terry said it's country cottages.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he said it's country cottages. I mean, it's old anyway. It's
It's
really,
so
really, really
old. And it's
Yeah.
like rocking right now in 2026. It's really
Yeah. I mean, you sketched a cottage. It's old in your country.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know. Trust me. That's why I keep coming over here because I can't get the depth in the US that I can get.
So did you, I mean, before you came on the trip, you probably imagined it was going to be like this kind of thing.
Honestly, I didn't. I've taken a course of yours. I've seen a lot of your work and they just seem like
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Mm.
scale and how tiny everything is,
Yeah.
it's like out of a literal storybook. It's like magical. It really is. It really truly
It's
is.
so lovely. Well, let's have a look at your work, and please, Rebecca. We can zip on to the first one that Karen did, which would have been
Day one.
Oh, that's not day one. Apologies. Oh gosh, we've gone crazy. There you go.
Oops. Which one?
Oh, you look familiar. It's all still so new.
That is unbelievable. That is amazing.
That's a lot. There's a lot happening in there.
There is. You must be so proud of that.
Yeah, it was, this is unlike anything I've ever made.
Really?
So it was like a whole new category. I don't
so
even know what to
cool.
make of it. It was so cool.
Oh, it's just great.
How you teach all the colors,
Mm,
like all spread out.
What strikes me about yours is because it's great. It's just great seeing it on the screen in isolation. Because obviously, when I'm coming around, I'm looking at everybody's all at once. But to actually really focus on it now, what strikes me is the way in which all the foliage is going off in all sorts of different directions with different thicknesses and different textures, and you've really captured that so well because you've got the kind of willow tree in the middle between the two buildings, but then you've got the thatch coming down. You've got all the big tall grasses at the bottom. And you've done that in such a cool, clever way, fitting inside all those
I was
shapes.
just looking at your cool stuff and seeing if I could do it
No,
too.
no, we don't say that. No.
But you got to try it on for size, like really, and see. I've never made a grass like this.
Yeah, but you're
let's
doing
do
it.
it.
It's not me doing it. I'm just like
Yeah,
giving you
showed us
advice
the
and helping
way.
you and supporting you. But
Yeah.
no, you've got to take credit for that.
All
It's
right.
just beautiful. So looking at this picture,
making it.
then I know you said that it's very different from what you normally do. What would you say is the bit in this picture that you're most proud of? have you achieved?
I just think the major looseness, like all just like letting go with all your crazy scribbles and like that willow is like a kindergartner made it, but like it was so fun. Like, and I'm not sorry it looks like that, like because I look at those marks and I'm like, oh, that was I remember playing and like letting go in that moment.
Yeah.
And that, especially as like, because I'm always teaching, like it's hard to be like, it's hard for me to do that. I'm a little bit more measured. So it was a beautiful thing to just let go of my own creativity. And you model that super well so that we feel comfortable to do that.
Thank you. And what would you say, looking at this again, Karen, what would you say was the hardest part, the hardest thing, perhaps as someone who teaches and does a lot of art herself, what would you say was the hardest thing to perhaps get your head around? And I suppose what I'm saying is what was it about this that maybe was the most different thing from what you're used to doing?
So I am like renowned amongst my students that I'm super lazy and I don't like mix my colors. Like if there's an orange,
students say that you're super lazy.
Oh no, yeah, totally.
Really?
They call me out on it because I am.
And you let them get away with that?
Oh, I pride myself on it because you can do art even when you're lazy, or if you're lazy, it's art is for all.
Right.
But I don't mix, like if there's an orange available, I'm like, why wouldn't you just use the orange? It's a very elementary view look at it, but I lean into that because I'm like, so I love that I'm not doing that because it's mixing. And I'm like, I'm doing whatever Ian is doing. And so that like, and I do also work directly from the pan, so that's not new, but just chucking it on there, like willy-nilly, like shoving it around.
They're not my words, by the way. Chucking it on willy-nilly. They're not quotes from me, guys. Okay, this is Karen's interpretation of what I do.
That's what's happening. It's awesome, and I think it's awesome. So that is making me, grow huge. And if I start mixing colors,
but you understand why I do it, then.
Oh my goodness.
The reason why I do it,
It's
put the pigments on and
and the complementary, and I love, especially today, which I won't talk about yet, but I love the like intense black and and I know all these things are possible, but I'm just too lazy to learn them. But that's why I appreciate that you're breaking it down like that.
And that's why you're here, isn't it? To find out how to do that.
It is. It is.
Well, let's move on, Rebecca, if we can, to the next image, if that's okay.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Oh.
Apologies. Right. This has gone crazy. This is the pre-sketch.
This is your pre-sketch.
Yes.
Okay. There's no sticker on this, by the way.
I know.
Do I owe you one?
I wasn't in the right place.
So you never got one for this?
I think I did. I just didn't put it in my notebook yet.
That's okay.
The next day one is though.
That's not important. So did it help doing this?
This helped so much. It actually helped so much. And actually now that I've done it, I need to look more at the tonal values that you have in your final one. But I just used a pencil and then I used a water soluble pen and then I just chucked a bunch of water around so it was because you were like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
because you've got the basic shape, and I love the bottom of the roof line, how it goes up and drops down. Because in reality, it didn't do that. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was really, really straight. Yeah. But doing it that way gives it that.
Well, and it opens like your brain up to the possibility to do that the next day, because you would never think to do that. And then you're like, oh, wait, I've seen it wonky and it looks amazing. And now you can jump in and you have so much more confidence. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. No, I actually really enjoy doing this. It also simplifies it incredibly.
Yeah, it does.
So it's like your brain can edit out so much before you even get there.
Yeah. Should we look at the next one, please, Rebecca, if that's okay?
I don't know why this keeps flicking out. Apologies.
Yeah.
There we go.
I feel like that's a lot better than the first one.
Well, it's more sophisticated because, as we said before in Claudia's, it was a much more complicated view, wasn't it? And you just touched upon something there. You really enjoy the pops of black.
Yes.
So just remind everybody when do we do that? When do the pops of black get introduced?
Yes, I think that's my favorite part. And I love how you break down the parts into like five separate stages. It's so crystal clear that you teach it that way. So this is stage 4 and I'm a little bit obsessed with this part. And I think today what I didn't get the first day was just using the negative space to use the black,
Right.
and really
Yeah.
like I zoomed in on your
Yeah.
miraculous fence, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
can we just
so
talk
cool.
about that so people know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
So it's this little shelter, isn't it, over on the left-hand side,
Mhm.
and it's the railings. So do you want to kind of explain what's going on to everyone with those railings?
So those are super ornate, gorgeous wrought iron metal railings
Mhm.
that when we're doing the early sketches, we're drawing. I mean, you didn't draw 2 lines, right? And colored it in. We
No.
just had the little stick
Just
figure
Simple
fence.
lines, yeah.
Right. And then when Ian was doing the demonstration of how to depict those, rather than just making them fatter, blacker lines, which is like everyone would do, like totally myself included, he was teaching to actually render between the iron wrought fences so that then that you're actually illustrating in the negative space, which is 10 times more powerful, but it is the same thing. So, and the result is like so brilliant.
But then what do we do above?
What? Oh, right.
So above.
You alternate. So up into the first horizontal band,
Yeah.
you're doing the negative space. And once we hit that band,
Yeah.
oh, good job.
Just highlighting where we are.
Highlighting. Yeah.
This section here.
Yeah. And then we flip it so that the rest of the fence, you're actually all rendering in with the black.
With black, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I do eyelashes. I do a lot of faces, and that's how I do a lot of eyelashes.
Oh, yeah.
With the white highlight too.
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh.
And the great thing about that is once you learn how to do it, you can apply it to so many other things, you know, especially like foliage and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that has rocked my world a little bit. So that's super cool to learn that little.
I've got to say, you've got some great
hack.
splashes in the sky there. I've just noticed those blue splashes
Yeah,
up
my
there.
wrist was rubbing all
They
over
are
the place.
really, really cool. That's like indication that rain is about to come, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah.
Which it
Bit of a
was.
weather-
And that helps
bit
me
of a weather
remember the
forecast,
day.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's so good. And all the kind of the camber in the road as it comes down, as it sweeps down, and then the path goes off in a different direction on the right. It's so clever. Right, we've got one more pre-sketch, I believe,
Yep. Bear with me.
of Karen.
I don't know why Karen's is so out of order. There you go.
Wow. And again, did you find that useful to do? Quick little sketch.
Yeah, it was super fast. And
Yeah.
it was, yes, because today I think there was like 8 roof lines.
Probably.
8 triangles, all different angles, all different sizes. So
Yeah.
having done it just quickly the night before, it just helps you wrap your brain around it.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
what are we doing exactly? And then when you get there, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I've already processed this. Let's go.
Yeah, that's great. They're lovely. I mean, your work has been fantastic. So you're looking forward to the next 3 days.
I'm so excited.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Can we use some pink, you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I really need to use some pink.
Yeah, no, we will.
Okay, good.
Maybe not tomorrow, but we will.
Okay.
See, whenever we use red, and we haven't really used red yet, we use
Yeah.
brown madder, which is the nearest.
Right.
That's more like a brownie red. Whenever we use red, we always use white, obviously. So you naturally get the pink. You will get the pink. I'm not quite sure what day it's going to be. It probably will be Friday, Hadlow Station on Friday. Yeah, it's probably going to be pink then.
Cable violet.
Okay. Anyway, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank you, Karen.
you.
They were great. It's
Thank
lovely.
you, Karen.
Right. Next up, everybody, we have Paul. So, guys, I hope you're all enjoying looking at these pictures and hearing what everyone's got to say. So, hi, buddy.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, do you want to kind of start off by just telling everyone a little bit about yourself, Paul, if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. My background is really in graphic design. I started doing urban sketching last year, and I really realized I enjoy drawing, and I travel a lot. So the urban sketching just really made sense to me to learn how to do that.
And we didn't quite meet each other a couple of weeks ago. But you
Right.
saw
I saw
me.
you, yeah. But you had an entourage. I was like,
Okay. So where was that?
I was at the Urban Sketcher Symposium in Toulouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what was that like for you?
It was hot. That's the thing that really stuck out the most. But it was great to be able to sketch with so many people just from all over the world.
Yeah.
And all the different styles and every medium possible was out there.
So inspiring to see how people express themselves in different ways, isn't
Yeah.
it? But you didn't do any workshops there, did you?
I didn't do any workshops. I actually completely lost track of time, and I didn't even know the day, so I missed mine.
Okay. But the fact that you didn't do any workshops didn't really spoil it, because you did
It
lots of
didn't,
the drinks and draws and sketch crawls and all the kind of
And I think
fringe
that was
things.
more helpful, honestly.
Yeah. Because you're meeting people, aren't you? You're talking to people and sharing things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
That's great. So apart from the symposium, have you done any kind of in-person or online workshops previous to this trip to Cheshire?
I did your online workshop last year.
Right.
I think it was one of these villages ones, actually. I feel like it's probably one of these.
Yeah.
And then random other ones, Taria, I forget her last name, Sketchy Friends.
That's right. We know Terry.
Yeah,
we do.
I did her.
We know everybody.
Yeah, figured that. Yeah, I did her online workshop too, but I really wanted to do it in person because it makes me just do it. Actually, I need to do it. Sit down and do it. So
well, that's interesting. Let's talk about that for a minute then, the difference between doing it in person and online. Because when you do it online, you're obviously by yourself. You can pause, you can rewind and everything.
Yeah.
But when you do it in person, I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I can especially see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting right next to me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And how does that feel?
Actually, it's very helpful because when I'm on my own, I feel like I was just, if I didn't want to do something, I would just blow past it. But this is much more difficult than I would choose to do myself. Subjects, and that's
right.
Really
that's
good
interesting. And there's nowhere to hide, is there?
Right.
So in a way, you're really out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
the hard subjects, and you've got me breathing down your neck,
right?
Watching everything that you're doing,
right?
And you don't mind that?
No, I don't mind it all. You haven't had to sit in my chair though, so I think that's a good sign.
Yes.
Well, there's a reason, guys. I'm just going to explain the reason why I've not sat in Paul's chair is he hasn't got a chair. He stands up.
No, that's true. I did.
So that's why
I forgot.
I've sat in everybody else's chair apart from yours. She's standing up all the time.
That's true. I forgot.
Come on. Okay, so how's Cheshire been? All these villages.
Actually, it's been great. I've been to the UK before. I was up in Paley Bridge and like Yorkshire, and all that stuff. So it looks the same to me. It's a lot of the same. Yeah, I like it though. It's really cool.
Yeah, and when we eventually got to Burton yesterday,
just
like the northwest of England.
I really like today's place.
Did you?
Yeah. Can you remember what it was called?
Woodworth.
Great Woodworth.
Great Woodworth.
Yeah, it was great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we have a look at Paul's sketches, please, Rebecca? If that's okay. This is so exciting. There you go. Look at this. I mean, that's really strong, bold use of colour, isn't it?
It was, yeah.
It's so lovely.
I went crazy with that.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, you have gone. I don't want to use the word crazy, but you have gone. I don't even want to use the word wild.
Yeah.
So I'm stretching around here for a word to use.
Yeah,
Dramatic.
Dramatic.
There we go.
Good.
Dramatic.
Okay,
that's a positive way of saying it. You have gone dramatic, but what you've done though, you contained it.
Oh, it was.
And that's what's important. So if you think about the overall structure and the framing of it, it's all contained within its own space.
Yeah.
And then you can get away. You know, imagine if you've gone right into the corners, like your teacher always tells you to do, at school.
Yeah.
Don't waste any paper.
Right.
Go right into the corners. It just wouldn't work. But because it holds its shape so well, it's got that lovely kind of overall structure, which works really well. So tell me, what is the thing within this particular picture of Barn End in Burton that you're most proud of? What's the bit that you're really pleased about?
Ordinarily, when I do urban sketching stuff, I feel like I'm making myself a coloring book.
Okay.
And I wanted to get out of that. That's the thing I like about your style so much.
Yeah.
Is that, well, when I'm watching you do it, it does look wild. Okay. But when I see it, it looks so contained in the way that you've done it and the finished product. But to me, I didn't just make it a coloring book and color the lines and traded stuff. So that's the part I was glad I was able to
that's where we talk about painting space and painting shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when they draw, put the colour on the ends, the drawing's finished, and then they're just filling in all the shapes.
That's what I'm trying to not do.
Exactly. And because the process is the painting's midway, then a lot of the drawing is unresolved, isn't it? So we're actually painting space as well, where we're allowing the colour to go across lots of different shapes as a background wash. And you've done it particularly in the bottom right-hand corner where you've got the rake and you've got all those beautiful washes of colour. You've got that dark, rich, deep ultramarine blue, and then above that you've got the manganese blue, and you've got the green over to the left. And that's a fantastic example of really just letting the colours out play, isn't it?
It's definitely one of those trust the process things. Because like you said, you're not adding the texture and the detail until after the paint.
Exactly.
And so it just looks like horrible until then.
Yeah.
It's like Karen mentioned, as soon as you add in the black marker.
Yeah, it just pops, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. What did you find? Tell me what you found really hard about doing this? What was the most challenging aspect of it, would you say?
The road, the way the road came down like
Coming
that,
down.
and then that gate totally messed me up too. But the road is the hardest part, I thought, to me.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
think the gate's great. I think you probably could have made the gate a little bit bigger because you've drawn it brilliantly. It's just pushed back a bit too far.
It was close
Can't
because
really
it's
see
open.
it.
I was-
Yeah, it was. It was in the distance, wasn't it? It's great. Can we see it? We've got a pre-sketch for this one, please, Rebecca. Let's have a look at the pre-sketch. We're actually doing these in reverse order.
Oh yeah.
For a reason. So you did this obviously the other
night
night,
before,
and
yeah.
was it helpful?
It was very helpful, yeah.
Mhm.
And because you mentioned 5 to 10 minutes, I actually timed myself. I was like, I wonder if I can do that. So I set the timer, and I did actually draw it in 10 minutes.
Okay.
But then I had to make a swatch because I hadn't used those markers in such a long time.
Right.
So I had to stop the timer, and then I added the color in another 10 minutes. But it was actually really helpful. Yeah.
It's actually a really lovely, loose little drawing.
I was
really
really,
nice.
I think I like my pre-sketches better, honestly.
What I'm interested in knowing, and I
Uh-huh.
didn't ask the two ladies this question, but when we did the pre-sketch and I talked about compressing everything and doing everything, when you rocked up on location and you saw the cottage for the first time, you were actually shocked at how long it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was way bigger than that. But I like, because I had pre-done it already, it was really helpful to in my
compress,
frame to compress that way.
squash it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that I always struggle with too.
Yeah.
Because normally, I don't know why I can't draw realistically, but I try to.
Yeah.
Still.
I would say.
And so when being able to have the compression, it tweaks the perspective automatically for me.
Great. That's brilliant. Can we look at Paul's sketch for today? And what's this place called, Paul? You got it right.
Great Budworth.
Great Budworth.
The Great
Fantastic.
Budworth.
First one is by the way. Okay. Now this is a much more sophisticated, complicated sketch, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks better on screen.
Yeah. It always does. It always did. I mean, you must be really proud of this one.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, there were so many things going on. Everybody had mentioned already, like every roof had multiple dormers and every different angles, and because they're like hundreds of years old, things are sagging, and so it was a lot going on.
Don't tell the owners.
Oh yeah.
They pay a fortune.
They pay a fortune for these houses. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just
they're
been
amazing.
sketching your house for the last 2 hours. By the way, your roof's sagging. Your chimney's about to fall down. It's interesting because I think there's a massive jump here. You know, in terms of technical accomplishment. So if we look at the shelter on the left hand side, you know, all those little pops of black. I mean, Karen talked about the railings, but we look at the shadow on the left hand side, and you brought it down with the boards and the brickwork. I mean, that's really clever. That's really cool how you've done that. You must be proud of that.
Yes, I like that one a lot. That's good.
Yeah, that's great. And a good way, you know, our second sketch was probably one of the most complicated ones you're going to be doing.
Yeah, that's definitely the hardest thing I've ever drawn.
I mean, it's going to be an absolute walk in the park for you tomorrow, isn't it, when we do the next one?
Yeah, I've looked at it already, so yeah, it looks easy.
Oh, it's great. It's lovely. And again, like I mentioned with Claudia's, all the little pops of colour that permeate throughout all the buildings as they kind of move across.
Yeah.
That's lovely. What would you say was the hardest part of doing this one then? What did you find the most challenging?
That building on the left, because it had like the arches facing this way, it had things going this way, but there's an inside also that we're seeing inside of it from where I was.
Yeah.
So that building on the left was definitely the hardest part. The one on the right, like I felt pretty confident over there. And then left.
Yeah. Well, the one on the right is pretty much a flat facade, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the one in the middle, can you remember what we did with that in terms of the space, how we did that one?
Yeah, we compressed that one too.
Yeah.
But we drew the left and then the right.
Yeah.
And then put the middle in it so we didn't
Yeah.
elongate, push.
Yeah. We just shoved that in however much space was left with it,
Right.
didn't we?
I didn't realize that I left so much space in the middle too. I should have done the sky like you did.
Yeah. And you could also, where you've got the middle building and the right building, you've got that gap in between.
Right.
You could do a little suggestion of a building behind, like a bit of a layering effect as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a tree.
Yeah, man.
Or a tree. Yeah, we could do a tree. Yeah, but don't do a tree, do a building. I'm taking notice. Right, we've got one more picture, I think.
Oh yeah, there's this
pre-sketch. Oh, with notes. Look at this.
Yeah.
Now this is amazing, everyone. Look at this. He's got a pre-sketch. He's got his tonal chart at the top. He's got his sticker.
Yeah, the stickers,
That's pretty cool. That's one of the best stickers.
That was a good one. Yes.
That's a really good choice. You chose wisely there. And then we've got all the steps going down.
Yeah, I wrote that after the first day because
that is fantastic.
It had been so long since I had seen the process and watched your class online. So after the first day, I wrote out the steps and just to help me remember. And then I
That's
was using the
great.
giant paper, so I just used the same
Yeah.
sheet there. So
I need to get a copy of that for
Okay.
tomorrow, okay,
Sure,
just so
sure.
I can remember the steps as well. Is that all right?
sure.
That's great, Paul. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you're
much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us, mate.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
that was fantastic. Yeah, I need those steps written down. For
They're
me.
that's the Ian Fennelly song lyrics.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to come up with a tune for that, don't we?
Valerio, are you with us? You could give us a tune for that, can't you?
You could actually write. Yeah, he's
You
done
could write
that
a
before,
tune
hasn't
for
he?
your steps.
Yeah, another little story.
We haven't played Valerio's song yet this week. We'll have to do that next. Come on, Vera, love.
He hasn't called me up yet, so he might not watch.
Come on, Vera. Right. So next up, we have my dear friend Vera. Hi, Vera. Thank
Hi.
you for joining us.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vera, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm one of the Aussies here. There are 3 of us from Australia. So I live in North Queensland, up in
Mhm.
tropical North Queensland. So this is, I love coming to England. So it's
Yeah.
not my first time in England,
Yeah.
not my first time in the Cheshire area, but
Uh-huh.
certainly first time doing sketches. in
Yeah, and
Cheshire.
it's not too far to get to, really, is it?
No, no. Today was great. I had a different driver to you guys.
No, I meant from Australia.
Straight, yeah, no. Let's put a few hours there. So yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And you've obviously worked with me before.
Yes, when you came to Australia, we did. I got into your workshop in Australia earlier this year
Yeah.
by accident because someone had to pull out. I was on a waiting list, so I was very fortunate.
Oh,
And then I've done some online stuff
right.
as
When
well.
you said by accident, I thought you were then going to say you were meant to do somebody else's workshop.
No.
Right.
I was doing yours, but I was on a waiting list,
Right.
and
okay.
someone had to pull out at the last minute. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So tell us how these workshops are different from the ones in Malden in February in Australia.
So there's similarities in the process that you do.
Mhm.
You know, we go out in the morning and we do the first couple of steps, and then we come back for the studio to do
Yeah.
all. So that process is the same, but we're talking about 2 completely different scenarios.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, Australia is only just over 200 years old,
Right.
and we're in England, and these buildings
Yeah.
have been built way before we even
Yeah.
got started.
In Malden, we did do old stuff.
We
didn't
did,
we?
but they're very different
Yeah,
buildings
yeah,
to what.
Victorian stuff,
Yeah, very different to what you see here, especially
Mm.
in the Cheshire villages.
And
So-
would you say, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you say it was a different experience sketching in your own country as opposed to coming all the way over here and sketching things that you're perhaps not as familiar with?
Well, it was a little bit strange because there were a lot more Australians there than I
Right.
find when I do any of the workshops I do overseas.
Right.
So it was interesting, but met so many lovely people too.
Yeah.
So they were great. They were great people.
Yeah.
And still in contact with a lot of them, which is just
Yeah.
amazing. And I think that's
So
the beauty of doing in-person workshops
Yeah.
is you meet so many incredible people for that short time.
Mm.
And then after that, you actually have long-term friends.
You do.
And somewhere
Oh, you
along the
do.
line, you might
Mm.
actually meet them
Oh,
again.
you do.
Yeah.
Because we
yeah.
set up all these WhatsApp groups,
Yeah,
don't we? And people
yeah.
stay active in the
Yeah.
WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, I've got so many from the trips, some of the
Yeah.
workshops I've done. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Mm,
So
mm.
you've enjoyed the villages, the 2 villages that we've gone
Yes,
to
yes.
so far. And was
And
it
you know the name of them, so you don't have to ask them.
just telling people out there in YouTube
Yeah,
land,
yes.
just remind them of all these places so they can go on their Google Maps and
Yes.
see what they look like. Were they what you were expecting?
Yes. Yeah. It's probably one of the reasons why I spend a bit of time here in England and even in Europe. It's just the lovely little villages and just the quaintness of some of the buildings,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of buildings in Burton when we were yesterday that could easily be
Oh,
subjects.
Yeah.
Like you just got
Yeah.
so many. You could actually just spend a week doing
you
the village,
could.
doing the buildings in Burton.
But on that subject though, do you realise how there's so many you could sketch if you're by yourself?
Yes.
But in a group, when we're a big group, there's about 18 of us, 17 of us. There's only so many places where there's sufficient space, isn't it, to
Yes.
get everyone seated.
That's
and we were
right.
lucky opposite Barnet because we had that nice little lay-by, didn't we? Just
That's
up the
right.
road.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. But I find I've still struggled to just pull a book out in the middle of wherever I am and do some sketching on my own, especially if I'm on a road or on the side of a road and people are walking past.
Yeah.
But with a group around you,
You feel
the
safe.
confidence
Yeah.
is just, you feel confident
Yeah.
because everyone's struggling on one particular
Yeah.
area or something.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
thinking, okay, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I am like everybody else.
It's safety in numbers.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you found your tribe, you know.
Yeah.
People are curious about the
Yeah.
world around them, and we're all sitting there at Barn End and we're drawing weeds. And seriously, we're drawing weeds and people are excited
Yes.
about drawing weeds. And then you see a crack in a wall.
Yeah.
And you see gravel on the floor and people are drawing these things.
That's right.
And we're turning them into beautiful patterns and textures, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's such a nice thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's been the thing since I started painting. Is that you actually see so much more. Like when I drive around, or at home, I'm seeing more than just that tree. I'm actually seeing the leaves.
It's training you to look.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Which
Yeah.
is great. Okay. Rebecca, could you please help us move on to Vera's sketch? I'm not going to mention where it is because we know where it is, don't we?
My wonky
That is amazing. Now, you were unhappy with this. When you did your outline sketch, I can remember now, it's all coming back to me. You wanted to start again. And I said, no, you're not starting again. Do you remember? I remember we had a fight. Remember? We were fighting about it for about 10 minutes. Yeah. And we've got the bruises, you know, to prove it. Yeah.
That's so not true.
And aren't you glad I told you to stay with it? Because that is fantastic. Because you were saying, oh, it's all wrong. It's too big. It's too wide. And the building, the kind of outhouse building over the left-hand side is too big. I mean, it does look a bit like a church, but we won't mention that. No. But that's fine. But look at it now. It's incredible.
Yeah. So it is really, and I think it's until you put the colour on it, you don't realise that, okay, I can cope with it. Yeah.
Your use of colour on this is fantastic. The way you've just washed it across, moved it across. What was the hardest part of doing this?
Keeping white spaces. No, the hardest part was the actual thatched part at the top. That was probably the hardest. Is that diamond pattern at the top. I really mucked that around a little bit too much. So,
but great. Yeah. Do you know actually what you do need to do? Quick little critique. That diamond pattern at the top, you know, it sticks out from the thatch. It's a bit more prominent. So the shadow parts, you need to make that darker.
Yeah, I started. Then I just didn't get around to. There's a few there that have
been if you done. Do that, it'll make much more sense how it sticks out more kind of elevated.
So my diamonds weren't small enough, like.
So your diamonds are okay, and they will stand out more once you get that little dark trim underneath that little shadow. I love your windows. I think your windows are great. As I said in Paul's before, the way the colours permeate across, especially down the bottom, where the actual body of the barn moves into all that kind of foliage, is fantastic. It's just so lovely. You should be really proud of this. Look at your white space on the left as well. Tell us a bit about the white space that we haven't got.
I don't. I get into trouble with Ian every time. The white space we haven't got is the white space in the building itself. I put too much colour into it, but I was much better at today's.
Well, let's quickly then move on to the pre-sketch. Okay, and again we've got some notes. Are we okay reading these notes, Patrick? It's not a shopping list, is it?
No, it's not a shopping list. I did this on Sunday when I was here all by myself. We hadn't actually started the course,
So you did your homework before being asked to do homework?
No, Ian had already put it on the WhatsApp to say, here are our 5 sketches and you've got homework.
And so you did the first one before?
I did too.
Oh, well done you.
So I did this on Sunday. Well, no one had arrived yet. I was there on my own. Great. So it was just it was a nice fine day. So I sat out on the terrace and I was sitting there and I sort of said, I'm happy with the sketch. Though the paper I'm using is really conducive.
I'm so proud of you for doing that, you know. Just so everyone knows, Vera did her pre-sketch homework before she was asked to do it. And this is really unprofessional, and don't tell anybody, but you're my favourite student.
So flippant with your favourites.
Only for the next 10 minutes, but at the moment you are. Okay, you should be really, really proud of yourself. I love this. And again, a bit like your original one that we just looked at, it's got so much drama to it. You know, it's got personality, which is kind of what we want. Yeah. This used to be a pub as well, didn't it?
It did.
Remember?
Yes.
Do you remember what it was called? And what the pub was called?
Was that the Barn End? No, I don't.
That's what it's called now. It's called Barn
End now. I don't know.
Can anyone remember what the pub was called? Yeah. And no, not the elephant.
Not the elephant.
Not the elephant.
I remember.
Rebecca?
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark.
That's right. It was called Noah's Ark. Yeah. And of course, you've got a nice little smiley face down there in the corner, Rebecca.
That's one of my. There, I
Let's
got my
have a look
sticker.
at today. Oh my goodness! Look at this.
Look at my white spaces. Woo!
Yeah. So you managed to capture on the building over on the right, which was great.
Yes.
Yeah. This is so complicated, isn't it?
It was very
Really,
difficult.
really
Yeah,
complicated.
it was really.
I mean,
hard.
I feel dreadful asking you to sketch this.
Oh,
I am so sorry.
You do not.
No.
That is so not true.
Well, you've done such a great.
We're all here for, so
Yeah, all the different layers, all the different angles, the different perspectives. Oh, it's wonderful. So, what would you say was the most challenging part of? And don't say keeping the white space.
No, I won't say that.
What would you say was the most
Actually,
challenging part?
and one of the things that's probably where I need to really concentrate a bit more is the lines on the road.
Yeah,
I think I've got the wrong slant.
It's dropped down too much.
Yep, and I think so for me that was the part that kind of really stopped me.
Yeah,
but I love the colours that we use today, and that's the interesting part is you just don't use the standard colours that you see. We're using colours that really make the whole thing pop a bit more.
Yeah, I try to. I start off with really good intentions, and then something happens, something goes off in my head.
Yeah. And like Karen, the interesting part about that railing and doing that negative on the bottom and then doing it differently on the top.
Yeah.
So
I love the tree over on the left hand side. How it's
the
just,
top of the bottom.
oh, it's just this here is just gorgeous. How it's holding everything together. It's so lovely because you've done a little bit more than most people. Then it's nicely balanced over on that side as well, on the opposite side, just underneath the lamp. You've got some really clever little compositional things going on there to balance it all out. And do we have a pre sketch for this one as well?
Yeah, way off. I really didn't know what I was drawing with that the little hut, whatever that is. It's so off.
I think it was like a bus shelter.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was like a shelter, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I noticed there was no buses going past today. So if anyone's there, you're going to be waiting a long time.
There was a tap in there.
What was that?
Yeah, there was a tap there.
They were used for several things. I mean, they probably put people in there, been naughty, you know. I mean, there were stocks on the opposite side, so they probably ducked people in the basin or something. You know, they did something naughty back in medieval times. Yeah. So, was it useful doing this? Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was. I don't think I did the pre-sketches when we were in Malden. So
no, I don't think we did.
No,
partly because I didn't really know what I was going to be teaching in advance, but I've had lots of time to prepare. Yeah. Tonally, this works as well. You know, the tonal value that you've put on helps because you've got the white obviously over on the right hand side, but then you've also got the tone work in the roof and also on that little shelter as well. And you've got a nice yellow smiley face for it as well.
I did. I've got my yellow. Yep.
Done. Lovely. Anyway, thank you.
No worries. Thank you
so much.
All right.
Thanks, Vera. Thank you. That was lovely.
Okay.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you.
So I hope you're all enjoying this, guys. Okay, now I probably don't need to introduce the next person because he's so famous. This guy is world famous. This is Jorg.
He's the David Beckham of urban sketch course.
No.
He is David Beckham of urban sketching. Right, so Jorg, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. So I'm the last one. I have a lot of red wine, so maybe I'm a little bit confused.
So Jorg, you didn't need to drink red wine.
Why not?
You did not.
I'm not.
Well, you've been drinking Guinness all week. What made you switch to red wine? We will talk about art in a minute, guys, by the way.
Because it's for free.
Okay. And there's plenty more up and around as well. I've only been drinking water, by the way, guys. So Jorg, I mean, most people know you, obviously, because you are world famous, as I say. But just remind people a bit about yourself.
I'm from the north of Germany, from Bremen. I start sketching during Corona, doing some online shops with other artists that switch to you.
Okay. So tell us some of the other artists that you've worked with in the past. I mean, because we don't mind. Who have you worked with? Which other artists?
With Greece or with Jens Hübner, your special friend.
Yeah.
With Felix Scheinberger.
Okay. And then you've done a few in-person workshops with me over the years.
Just a few.
Any idea how many you've done with me, roughly?
Maybe 8 or 10.
8 or 10.
Trish's guest 56.
We're not We're not counting, but I think it's 11.
Maybe.
I think it's 11. Yeah, but we're not counting. Anyway, so you've done about 11 workshops with me. Okay. And tell us a bit about Cheshire then. How have you found Cheshire? Because obviously we've been all over Europe together and all over the UK doing workshops. How have you found Cheshire so far?
It's like history. It's always some old buildings, some small roads with stone walls. It's like England in old films.
In the olden days, in old films. That's lovely. Oh, that's so nice. So should we have a little look at some of Jorg's sketches? Because there's plenty that we want to talk about. Because you have a very unique way of storytelling with your sketches, don't you? So we just want to kind of have a little look at that. So this...
Hang on, just bear with me one moment. Sorry. Technical issues. There you go.
Thank you. This is amazing. I mean, this is so. You obviously over the years you've worked with me, and your work is getting more and more. I want to use the word sophisticated. You put more into it. Okay. At times it's been painful getting there. You know, we have very, very similar conversations about, you know, more detail, more black space, more, you know, popping textures and patterns in. But when you look at this now and you look at the textures in it, you must be really proud of it.
Yes, I think the first workshop with you in Germany, we said standing on a bridge, and I tried to paint a bridge.
Yeah.
It's totally wrong.
Yeah.
The perspective.
Wrong.
Yeah. And you sit down and tell here and there and there, and help me a lot.
Yeah.
To take some courses to...
Yeah, but you're not, you don't need that same level of support now.
No,
the first, you know, the first few workshops that we did together, I was doing a lot of drawing for you, but now you do it yourself. I mean, I love the perspective in your barn. You know, the edge, the two edges of the barn is so clever, and how you thickened up the bottom part of the roof to give it depth and weight. And that's really cool. And I never told you to do that. You just did it yourself because you can see it.
I think the second workshop we have to pay cobblestones, and I said, "Oh, I can't do it. Please, help me."
You're not a big fan of cobblestones,
no, even not.
No. I mean, even today, I noticed in Great Budworth, you nipped off. I think you disappeared. I'm not quite sure. You went into the pub or you went somewhere.
Yes.
And while he was gone, I grabbed his sketchbook and I stuck a load more cobblestones.
Yes.
He didn't even notice.
No.
He's finding out for the first time now. Yeah. We'll look at them on the screen in a moment. Yeah, I'm not making this up. And he didn't even notice. Yeah, he didn't even notice. But this is great. I mean, I love the colouring. I think your colours really, really confident. I love how it permeates throughout the sketch. What do you find, looking at this now, Jorg, what do you find to be the hardest thing that you still...
I have some problems with the foliage. It looks the same. It looks like the same. You have more different foliage.
Yeah. Would you say perhaps you could maybe just slow it down and try and vary the shapes a little bit?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
But after 2 hours drawing, I'll get a little bit...
You get tired. You get restless.
I get tired.
You do. I've noticed. Yeah. And you get up and you walk around, don't you?
Yeah. So I paint for 1.5 hours, but then, it's okay.
Yeah, it disappears. We play a game every time Jorg does a workshop. We play this game called Where's Jorg? Where's Jorg? We go looking for Jorg. We can't find him. He disappears for an hour, and while he's gone, I draw a few more cobbles for him.
I can't paint for 3-4 hours.
No,
so
it's okay.
My details have less details than you,
but that's okay. That's style. That's how you want to express yourself, and that's okay. And we don't want to change that. You know,
it's too late
to change it. It's actually not too late because you can put it in if you want to.
Yes.
It's too late when you've done too much.
Yes.
But when you haven't done it, it's never too late. We don't want to force it. Because it's you. It's your voice, isn't it? That's coming out. It's you. It's Jorg, yeah. And we don't want to change it. It's interesting that we don't have any crocodiles, do we?
Yes. Sorry. So many people in the chat saying where are all the animals?
Where are the croc? Are we going to have any animals appearing this week, do you think?
Maybe. My drawing was nearly finished. I don't like it. We sit for 1 hour in a coffee.
Yeah.
And Birgit has to do lots of details, and I get a little bit boring. I don't like this drawing, and then
you get restless.
Put in a lot of crocodiles, and you don't like the picture. I don't like the picture.
I've never said that, by the way. I've never said I don't like his pictures. But what happens is basically York gets a bit restless. You don't want to do the detail.
No.
You don't want to do the cobbles.
But
You don't want to do the foliage.
Yeah.
So you put crocodiles.
I don't like the picture, yes.
Okay, all right. So obviously this one you like because there's no crocodiles.
Yes.
Okay, right.
This week, I think no crocodiles.
Oh, well, okay, we'll keep you to that. Okay, he'll probably invent something else. Let's move, because you've done have you done ducks? Or am I imagining
Frogs.
Yes.
frogs?
Yeah.
Was it frogs or something, wasn't it?
Seagulls in Brighton.
Yeah. Did Jens Ubner teach you how to do those crocodiles?
No, Felix.
Felix Schamberger.
We have a workshop in Hanover, and
Yeah.
we painted the new town hall of Hanover.
Right.
And in front, a lot of ducks.
A lot of ducks. Okay.
So did he teach us to do crocodiles?
No, the crocodiles also for this book.
Okay. Well, that's great because you're kind of merging several different instructors together, aren't you? You're taking a bit of me,
Yes.
a bit of Felix, and you kind
Bit of
of
York.
bit of York, and you're putting it all together, and that's creativity. This is incredible. Your perspective on this is fantastic.
Yes.
And I didn't help you with this.
I tried yesterday in the bar with one Guinness, and I said it's awful. It's totally awful.
Okay.
And today I tried, but I have some problems with the road.
But you see, what you're doing now is you're looking at the faults, you're looking at the things that you're not happy with. But you know, when you look at all the positives, you look at the use of colour, look at the perspective, look at the scaling of it. And you know, we talked about the bridge that I helped you with many years ago. And you need so much help, and you're not getting that much help now with your initial lines because you're doing it yourself, aren't you? It's great.
Maybe if we do some cobblestones tomorrow, I need your help again.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you can actually see the cobblestones down at the bottom, just underneath that shelter, which I drew for you. But then you pop some little bits of black in.
Yes, it's not ready.
No, but I never told you to put bits of black in. You actually went and did that yourself.
Yes.
I mean, I'm giving you positive feedback here, mate. Work with me on this, okay? Do we have any pre-sketches?
No,
of
sorry,
yours?
I do the pre-sketch in a small book, and I leave it at the.
Have you had any stickers for them?
No.
Well, you need to show them to me tomorrow, and I'll give you 2 stickers. You can actually choose. And here we go, guys. These are all stickers.
Can York draw us all crocodile stickers?
Well, he can. Of course, he can. Yeah, maybe you could do a few. If I give you some blanks, maybe you can do a few little crocodiles.
Yes. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Anyway, York, thank you
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, do you want to come and join us?
Back to me again, unfortunately. So hopefully you found that all interesting. It's nice to catch up with all the students who are with us on location. So you get a sense of how serious and professional we are on these retreats.
You're just opened another bottle of wine, Beverly.
It's very big. Apologies. Yeah, as I'm saying, we're very serious and very professional. But it's really nice to give you all an insight into the differences between sketching on location and sketching online with us. A lot of our retreats book up super quick. Because Ian is an amazing teacher. And as you can see, all of these students have come back time and time again. And even the guys who are new with us this week have had a fantastic couple of days so far. And hopefully we can keep that up for the rest of the week. We will probably try and do some sort of further review in the future on the entire week, but it probably won't be live on YouTube. We'll maybe try and put up a day in the life or something like that as well. So you can join in with those. If anyone is new to Ian Fennelly or urban sketching, we have a free urban sketching course available on urbansketchcourse.com. So please give that a try. And if anyone has been really inspired by the scenes that we've shown you today, both the villages actually feature in our 5 villages online workshop. Slightly different views. No, the first one is the rake.
Yeah,
so that's definitely in there.
The Burton Village one's almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
But
and
the Great
Woodworth is slightly different. Slightly different. So yeah, there's that opportunity there as well. And we actually have a discount site-wide at the moment for our summer sketching promotion. So you'll get 30% off. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you very soon.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a bit of an insight into what the experience is like for the students and just how much fun it is. It's challenging, but it's rewarding at the same time. So thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
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 Yeah.
Don't have to be